Hello again. It's time for your Gumsaba daily home workout. For this workout today, you are going to need a band and you're going to need dumbbells as well as a mat and a jump rope. We're going to get started with some dynamic movement. So go ahead and put that band down if you've grabbed it. We're going to take 10 shin grabs, work on a little balance, a little mobility. Four more here. Last couple. And now we'll put your feet at hip width apart and we're gonna make some knee circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we'll stand again with our feet together, ankle grabs. We're gonna alternate through 10 of these. Four more. Last 2, and last 1. And now we'll go ahead and go into calf raises. So feet hip width apart, sweep those arms up, come up onto your toes, rock back into your heels. Last 2, and last 1. All right, it's time to grab that band. Place that band right around your thighs. And we'll start with your feet at about hip width apart for hip hinges. We're gonna do 10 hip hinges here. Three more. Last 2 and last 1. And now we're gonna go into 10 butt kickers. Right into 10 skaters. See how I'm resisting on that band, pulling my legs slightly behind me, rotating towards that front leg. And now let's head down to your mats on your backs for glute bridge. Hands by your sides, shins vertical, hips come up, hips come down, 10 times. Last one here. And now we'll go ahead and come to your hands and knees for fire hydrants. Place shoulders over wrists, knees underneath your hips, and take that right leg straight out. We'll do 10 each side. And we'll switch sides. Two more, and last 1. And now we're gonna come down to your stomachs for Supermans. We'll do 10. And now making your way back to your hands and knees, we're gonna come to high plank and we're gonna push back to down dog. And we're just gonna roll between these two movements 5 times. And last one here. And now go ahead and walk your hands back towards your feet. And slowly make your way on up. Grab onto that jump rope. Fold it in half. Take it overhead. And 10 pass-throughs. Last couple here. And last one. And now hold that just behind your head at the sticky spot. 10 side bends. All right, let's put that jump rope aside. Take that band off. We're done with the band for today. We're gonna get started on an EMOM versus HIIT workout. So first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to start our timer for 1 minute. When that 1 minute hits, we're gonna do 10 front squats, and then we're just gonna rest and hang out the rest of the minute. We're gonna repeat that 5 times. That'll be our first drill. So go ahead and grab your dumbbells. We'll start our first round in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 10 front squats. And now we'll rest. That's going to give us about 35 seconds of rest. While you're resting here, you're welcome to put the dumbbells down. Though you may not feel you need rest at this point, there are 6 sets that alternate between HIIT and front squat today. And so take your rest. You'll make up for it later when you need it. We've got 10 seconds to start our next round. Those weights ready. We'll start in 5, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last couple here, and last one. If you're moving at a slightly faster or slower pace, that's fine. That's why I've programmed these workouts this way, so that people can move at their own pace and still get just as much out of the workout without feeling like they have to stop the video or rush. We've got about 18 seconds left in our break. Get those weights up. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we go. 10 front squats. Keep it up, you guys. Last couple. Last one. That's 3 rounds down and 2 rounds to go. If your weights are heavy, feel free to put them down on your break. These are only 10s. We'll start again. In 10 seconds, we'll hit round 4. So we'll be doing a total of 50 front squats in this first set. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Feels free if you want to go a little lighter in the depth of the squat. Or if you want to go a little deeper. Just make sure, that's 10, that your heels stay on the ground. You want to avoid getting too quad dominant in your squat. You really want that glute to sit back so that you can maintain the focus of weight in the heels. We've got 25 seconds left in our break, and then we'll do our final round. Ten seconds left. In In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 more. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and put those weights down. We're going to go into some high intensity interval training next. So what will happen is I'll set the timer for 20 seconds of work, and we'll do high knees, and then we'll have 10 seconds to rest, and then we're going to go to a wall sit. So let's see here, my interval timer, and we'll get started in 10 seconds with high knees. For some reason this isn't making sound, so I'll have to watch it. Here we go, high knees. We have got 8 seconds left. All right, now we're gonna head for a wall sit. I'm gonna use a tree. 2, 1, here we go. Up we go. Back I come for high knees. In 4, in 2, 1, here we go, high knees. This is round 2, and we're going to do 5 rounds total. All right, back to wall sit. Try the other side of the tree. Ready, set, sit. Up we go. 2 down, 3 to go. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, and hit it. Off to tree sit. And we're on. Down, 2 to go. In 3, 2, 1, and hit it. coming up. Ready in 3, 2, 1, hit it. So you can go a little bit faster this round. Want to maximize those reps when we do a HIIT. Last wall sit. Okay, everybody. So, that's our first EMOM and our first HIIT. We're gonna go back to EMOM now with 5 devil's presses. So, if you did was it Tuesday's workout with me, you got plenty of these in. I'll show you as an example. You're gonna set your weights down, hop back, come down to your stomach, hop back in, and then push up overhead, okay? We're doing 5. If you can't for some reason do devil's presses, you can choose to push press and you'll just do 10, okay? So it's 5 devil's presses, modification is 10 push press. We're gonna get started in 5 seconds. In 5 seconds. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we only get about 30 seconds to break. You might see my push-ups look a little bit gingerly. I'm still healing from my collarbone surgery, so that's why. Just doing what I can, helping everybody out, including myself. Here we go, 5 devil's press, round 2. And that's 5. And we have 26 seconds left in our leisurely break. I may choose to cut out the push-ups at some point. My shoulder's a tiny bit iffy. So if you see me do that, do yours for me. So my body's not wanting to do that all the time right now. Here we go, round 3. I'll do it as long as my body says it's okay. I'm not gonna get hurt. One more. And that's 5. Got about 22 seconds left in our break. About 10 seconds left. And here we go. one coming up. And we earned a 26-second break that time. All right, we got 10 seconds to start our last round. Those weights ready? And here we go, last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Awesome. Okay. Now we're going to transition to jump rope and high plank shoulder taps. So, I'm assuming that you know how to jump rope by now. With high plank shoulder taps, I would like to give you some detail. One thing I see a lot is hips moving side to side. We're trying to create strength to secure the lumbar spine. So take your feet wide on this, and if this was the ground in front of me, this is what my tap should look like. It shouldn't look like I'm shifting the weight every time. So to really try and keep those hips stable, okay? We're gonna go into our set. We're gonna do 5 rounds of jump rope versus high plank shoulder taps. And we'll start in 10 seconds. Had technical difficulty there. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 20 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and break. Now high plank shoulder taps. Set your shoulders right over your wrists. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So notice I'm really trying to keep my hips from moving. 10 seconds. All right, that's 1 round. And we're gonna do 5. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. In 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. Back to jump rope. Ready, set, here we go. Back to those high plank shoulder taps. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, round 4 coming up. 3 down, 2 to go. Ready? And move. Bottom of round 4, high plank shoulder taps start in 4 and 2. Here we go. All right, last round of coming up. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, done with the jump rope today. Last set of plank shoulder taps in 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Ten more seconds. Keep that core tight, glutes tight, no hips moving. 3, 2, 1, and that's the hit. Our EMOM is going to be every minute on the minute, 12 Renegade Rows. So I'll set the timer and we will get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Renegade Rows. We'll do 12. Really trying to keep the hips still. We're going to get 40 seconds in our break. So if you wanted something to do during your break, if you just need to keep moving, you can go ahead and do V-ups. Not that your core is not going to get tortured later, but if you must move, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just rest, and that's cool. We'll start again in 15 seconds. 10 seconds, so we'll get set up. If the weights are too much, just put one in the middle. I'm going to do that this round. It'll slow me down a little bit too. It's too much on my hands. Last 4. Last 1. And we still have 30 seconds left to break. So what we're looking for in that Renegade Row is core stability, of course, but we're also looking for stability in the shoulder and teaching the glutes how to stabilize while the rib cage rotates. So those two are really important things, and the obliques are going to facilitate that rib cage rotation, but we don't want to get the hips involved. Starting again in 4, 3, 2, here we go, round 3. So hips stay pointing towards the mat, The rotation comes from the rib cage. 6 more. Last couple here. Last one. Now if it starts to be the case that your hands are getting a little bit tired since we've done some work on your hands already today, you can always modify with the bird dog row. So putting your hand in a fist, this is a little bit easier to not switch sides. It's a little bit easier on the wrist girdle. Having your toe back just allows your body to have somewhere to push the weight. We'll start again in 7 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. 12 Renegade Rows, round 4. Two more. Last one. This also is a fairly lightweight for this exercise. Really in these outdoor workouts, unless you have a lot of heavy weight at home, we're going to be working on maintaining endurance and cardiovascular capability. But certainly if you've got a 20-pound weight, usually for this exercise I'd probably use about a 30. But I've been doing a lot of workouts, so I'm totally okay with this 10. All right, last round coming up in 5, 3, 2, here we go. Last 12 Renegade Rows, and then we'll go back to our HIIT. Right, and I think we're done with the dumbbells today. So that's exciting. We're gonna go back to the HIIT format now. And what we're gonna be doing is 10 rounds of skaters versus frog jumps. So you're really gonna get your heart rate up here. We'll go ahead and get started in 10 seconds. And this is our last HIIT before we get to our mat work. Ready, set, here we go, skaters. Sneak one more in. Frog jumps coming up. Ready, set, here we go. Five more seconds. And break. One down, 4 to go. In 3, 2, 1, and skaters. So rather than on skaters trying to really push the depth, see if you can push more of your lateral capability. And that'll give you a little bit more of a test of stability when you land. Your upper body will also work hard to maintain balance. All right, we'll go back to our frog jumps. In your frog jumps, please maintain a flat back. So I'll do this from the side. And I'm gonna do one wrong now. Okay, so keep your back nice and flat. Five more seconds. Nice. All right, we'll get started again with the skaters, pushing the lateral capability. 2, 1, here we go. It's definitely a case where faster is not harder. Doing those slower, more lateral, a lot more difficult. Here we go, frog jumps. Speaking of frogs, it's been so nice to hear more frogs tonight because of the rain. It's awesome. Frogs are an indicator of the health of an environment. Break. And that's the not so irony of doing them in the workout, right? Ready, set, skaters. Starting round 4. If you're wearing Hokas, don't go too far. Even these are a little iffy. Last one. Okay. End of round 4. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Seconds. Awesome. Okay, last round coming up. Oh, if you're wondering why I'm not playing music, copyright laws. So next time maybe I'll put some of Chad's music on. Ready? Here we go. You can always put your own music on and just watch. Last set of frog jumps. Here we go. Jumping for joy because we're almost about to go down to our mats. Break. Okay, that concludes part 3. Now we're going to head down to the mat for part 4. All right, so let's make it on down to your mats for mat work. We're going to be rolling through 10 exercises for 3 rounds, 10 seconds of work and 20 seconds to rest and switch. We're going to get started with V-ups in 8 seconds. So in your V-up, make sure that your low back is connecting to the mat before you go ahead and sit up in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Ten more seconds. Last couple here. Last one. Nice, you guys. Now we're going to roll it over for low plank knee tucks. Got about 10 seconds to make your way. Setting up your low plank. We'll wrap those tucks around the outside. Good job, guys. 10 more seconds. 2, 1, and roll it over for ab burners. So low back on the mat, choice of legs up will keep the hips, or keep the low back down. You can also put your legs like this, as long as your low back remains connected. Try and keep a spacious chest, so you don't want too much hunching. Really maintaining that low back connection so the burn don't stop. And 2, 1, and break. And now we're going to go to reverse crunches. We'll set our hands here. If we prefer to have them here, our head will be down. Ready, and here we go. Reverse crunches. And break. Excellent. All right, now we'll go to bicycles, and we're going to do these nice and slow. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Keeping that low back completely smashed to the mat. And now Flutter Kicks are next. Support your low back. Ready, set, here we go. 20 seconds. All right, final 2 exercises are mountain climbers and plank jacks. Let's get set up for those. And here we go. Break. Plank jacks are next. Get those shoulders right over your wrists. Little hops in and out, ready, and hit it. And break. All right, we're gonna pause for about 15 seconds. Let you get a sip of water. Just make a couple quick comments. I know for some of you, you struggle with low back pain. This isn't the time to push through that. So make sure that exercises that are bothering your low back, just eliminate. You can always push up into a glute bridge or sit back into child's pose. The most important thing here is to listen to your body. All right, we'll get started with V-ups in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, now we'll roll it over for low plank knee tucks. Ready, set, and go. All right, and back to your box for ab burners. Set up your legs as you like. Generally, for low back issues, we go up high. You can always support your head. Feels actually pretty good right now, so I'm going to stay here. All right, the reverse crunches, bring those toes to the mat. You really want to tap your toes down right by your butt. If you're extending out, you best keep that low back on the mat. Some of you like to extend out. Just stick that low back down. Can't let it arch off. Otherwise, it'll affect other joints in your bodies if it hasn't affected your low back already. Don't get sloppy with your core work. Always risk versus reward. And there's just not enough reward, bicycles, to get sloppy or overdo your core work. The higher your legs here, the easier it's going to be to keep your low back on the mat. The lower, the more challenging. Flutter kicks are next. 3 more exercises in the set. Mountain climbers. Jacks. Hang in there, guys. 8 seconds. Woo! Give this a little pause. We'll get started again shortly. What we're doing when we work our core, the intention anyway, is endurance. That's the #1 job of the core, is to endure proper posture to support the lumbar region and allow the torso and the lower body to connect on the myofascial sling and allow proper movement, both in contralateral and ipsilateral motions. So that's a lot of science there, but the main thing is that if you over fatigue your core, you're not going to be working your core. You're going to be working everything else that's trying to make up for it. Having said that, 7 seconds to start our final round of V-ups. Here we go. So when your core is tired, you just go slower. You take more breaks, but that's actually the goal, is to get it to the point where you're like, oh, that's my last good one, and then don't do a bad one. Keep them all good. It's exciting those are done. Check that off the list today. Low plank knee tucks. Good modification for this is body saw or just a plank hold. If you hear some clipping in your hip, don't do this. Just hold the plank. And done with those. Ab buenos. Assume the position that suits you best. And here we go. Connect that low back and then just keep challenging that. Neck position is neutral. Keep space here. Draw that belly button in towards the spine. Nice flat stomach. All right, done with those today. And now reverse crunches. Here we go. The idea is I'm creating momentum and then controlling that momentum down against gravity. Should be our last one about. Yep. All right, flutter kicks are next. Last few exercises of the day. Here we go. All right, mountain climbers and plank jacks to put a fine chamois on it. Ready, steady. Hit it. Woo! Got 26 in that time. All right, plank jacks to finish up. Here we go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and that's the drill. All right. So, give yourself a pat on the back and a bump on the chin, and we'll get started with stretching. So we're gonna start with half pigeon pose. If this doesn't feel good, you can take figure 4, so I'll show both. Half pigeon pose here. You're gonna take your leg as close to parallel as you can get it. It depends on your hip structure. And then you're just gonna sneak that other leg back and roll your hips towards the mat. So a lot of times I'll see people sitting out here in pigeon pose. That's not the goal. If it hurts your knee, roll over and take figure 4, okay? So let's start our 60 seconds each side. It's like a lifetime in a stretch. That's okay. Let's come down to my forearms here. Enjoy my breathing, enjoy the fresh air. Enjoy the experience of stretching. We're already 15 seconds in. Ten more seconds. And now curl that back toe under, lift your hips up, and we'll switch sides. This side is tight. It's getting looser as I speak. 30 seconds left. Coming up to your hands, and then have a seat on your mat with your legs crossed. If you need a little support under your butt, you can always sit in a chair or stand up. I'm going to stay seated so that you can see me. So if I stand up, you'll only see my legs. I think we've gone through a whole weather system in the hour of this class. Switch sides. And now let's just go ahead and take it right over the top. Take a little side bend there. And we'll switch sides. And take a little side bend there. Back to center. Okay everyone, that concludes today's edition of Gumsaba Homebound Bootcamp. We are adding more Zoom classes, sometimes as we speak, but as the coaches get more used to the format of Zoom, we'll be doing more there, and then hopefully I'll be savvy enough to get them recorded properly. So thank you for joining us, and you can count on a workout up every day. Sometimes at first it won't be perfect as to what time it'll get up, but I'm trying to get them up by 5 a.m. today. A little exception, we had some technical difficulties, so I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Have a great day, take care of yourselves, stay well.